guys, welcome to the Stealthy Crafter. So today I have a Wip and Chat for you guys. If you don't know what Wip stands for, it stands for work in progress, and then of course, you know, chat is where you listen to a person chatter along or ramble or whatnot. Some people who do Wip and Chats or listens to Wip and Chats kind of do their own projects. I like to paint my nails while I listen to other Wip and Chats, or I do my own project or do chores, or even you can lay down and listen along. So let's get started, shall we? So today I'm working on Hey Guys from Bailey J. It's 74 by 51 centimeters. All the stuff that I'm using, I'll just link in the description down below if you're curious. So let's see. I found out I can't multi-place while I'm also talking at the same time. I could with the previous one because I had a ruler. I've tried to do this. As you can see, I have a little bit of work done already. Yeah, I can't do it very well. So we're gonna go with the checkerboard method instead today, which I like a lot. Makes my drills look a lot nicer, but I've been trying to rush along. I'm in multi-placing a lot more. So, yeah. I'm hoping everyone's doing well today. We've been doing very busy, honestly. Oh gosh, why did I immediately start going back to multi-placing? I know I can't do this. That was the coffee. I need coffee actually. I got some, but that's the coffee's stopped heating up. So if there's any left over, I'm probably gonna have to get some soon. Let's see. Oh, I have a little package I want to show you guys. So I bought this last week. Haven't opened it yet, so as you can see. But I bought this from Diamonds and Chains because I saw a couple people opening this, and I really wanted to get one for myself. Ooh, and you know what color I'm going to pick. I mean, like, you can see my favorite color on my nails as it is. But I just wanted to get, I started getting into cover minders. So, thank you for supporting my small business. Okay. Oop, we're gonna need scissors because I just put another coat of polish on my nails and I don't want to ruin them too much. There we go. Ooh, oh, that's so cute. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to open this up. I like this. I got the light amethyst because I like purple, and amethyst is, I can't talk today, is my birthstone. Oh my goodness, look at that. Let's see if we can, look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna put this over here. I'm using one of the Bella Art de Nicole cover minders that I got from my, okay, I got the magnet off. Okay, it's from the Drills and Chills mystery box. But we'll just put it here because it's so cute and decorative. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Okay, let's move it. Let's have it help its little friend over here. There we go. You can see a little bit. There. It's so cute. Oh my goodness, I like this a lot. I might be going to start buying a bunch of cover minders, much to my husband's dismay. So let's see. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well, and if you're not, I hope that things will be better and continue to improve in the week to come. I've been doing great. I'm nervous about my dentist appointment that's coming up this Friday. I don't want to do it. I got more fillings that I gotta get fixed, and I don't want to go in. I don't want to go in, get the numbing and stuff like that, but I'm gonna have to. Yeah, so remember last week where I said that it seems like the kids, no matter what, always get sick? Yeah, my son, he came down with this bug that's been going through the whole family. He got sick on, what was it, like, yeah, Monday. He was, no, wait. No, he was sick Tuesday because we had no school Monday. So he was sick on Tuesday. I heard him scrubbing scrubbing the floor because he accidentally made a mess and threw up on there. And then we kept him home Wednesday because I just wanted to keep him safe because they require 24 hours of no fever and, you know, no throwing up. So even though he was bouncing off the walls, we kept him home. Had a lot of homework to catch up on, unfortunately. So it was a scramble. So my husband, he's doing a lot better. He's, goodness, I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I did. I had to start driving. I'm still learning how to drive. I'm just a nervous wreck. And he has some eye issues going on with his left eye. We knew that he had a corneal abrasion on it, and then what happened was we couldn't get the surgery done because they wanted $1,600 up front the next day. Like, we were trying to get the appointment set. We didn't even know what time he was going to go in. They finally call us the day before and say, yeah, when you come in, which they still didn't tell us the time, we want $1,600 because he hasn't met his deductible at all this year because we've been kind of just avoiding going to the doctor. But no, we got it scheduled now for the beginning of the year to get that eye fix, but we're still trying to get this right eye, and my husband thinks the reason why it's acting up is because it's just so much strain on his right eye now to compensate for the fact that he can barely, because of his left eye having so much issues, that it's now having its own issues because it calmed down enough for the eye specialist to see what's going on and said that he has a corneal ulceration, so or an ulcer, and that it's also, he has an abrasion as well in that eye, and then they had to do a culture on it because he had an infection going on at the same time, in the first round of eye drop antibiotics was not working. Luckily, the second round has. It's been very strong. It's been like every hour on the hour that he has to put 2 different drops plus this ointment that he has to put on, and it's just been an ongoing process. But he's able to work today. He went back to work today, but he didn't turn on the big TV that he has. He likes to have a big monitor for a lot of stuff, and then he has like 2 smaller monitors. He couldn't have the big one on because he's a little light sensitive. So we've been keeping like the blinds down a lot. But luckily he's able to see well enough. Again, I'm still taking over the driving duties. I'll be driving him again to see that. It seems like we're gonna have a weekly eye doctor visit. I don't like this. I don't want to drive downtown. I hate driving so bad. He likes driving, so, but you know, he can't really do that during the day. He can handle it during the night because there's not so much blinding lights at him, but it's just still me doing all the driving. He was really sweet earlier this week. Not this week, but last week. We really needed groceries. We were at the point where we were low on everything. And of course, he wasn't feeling great, especially after they did that eye swab. Oh my gosh. TMI, but from what he told me, like, they literally put a cotton swab, like, you know, to get that culture into his eye, and I'm like, ah. So he was in a lot of pain the next day, especially from the whole procedure. So he spent that entire day laying on the couch in pain and being miserable, but he knew we needed groceries. So what he did was we did Walmart delivery. We rarely do it. It's only when we're both feeling so sick, especially when he has to do the driving. We usually do pickup. But since I'm not a new driver, but I'm newer. I mean, like, I know how to drive. It's just me getting back into the groove, and then like hoping that this time when I go to the DMV, they'll pass me. I'll get to that in a bit. But what happened was he ordered groceries and they came in. I think it was Thursday. I'm not sure. But what happened was it was a lot of groceries. We don't drink the water here in this town. There is something like even with if you filtering does not help with it. So what happens is like it smells bad. Like sometimes the water and I know I'm getting off. I'm going off many different sections. So the water here smells horribly bad. Like if I give the kids a shower, their towel smells, and I don't know what it is. Luckily, it doesn't stink on us. Our clothes don't stink at all. Luckily, and I'm constantly having to like put cleaner in the not dishwasher, the washing machine because it smells weekly. Excuse me. But something's in here, and the water line breaks almost every month. It feels like I'm always seeing a water boil advisory somewhere. I should keep going. Sorry. But yeah. So we don't drink the water here. So we order a bunch of water bottles. Plus, I drink mostly fizzy water now. I still have the occasional soda. Like right now, I'm trying this out. But mostly I drink fizzy water and coffee. I'm trying to drink just water now, but it's just I grew up with nasty water and now I'm living in a place with nasty water, so it's just like I need something has something in it that's not Nick. So I had to carry all the groceries in, and he was so upset because he wanted to help out, and I made him sit down on the couch. I'm like, no, I got it. And here I am going the entire time because I grabbed, like, he bought two 32 packs of water. So we got like 32 bottles a pack. So I had to carry those in. 12 packs of this fizzy water that he likes to drink. Like, he drinks it. He mostly gets the cans for it. I usually get the big bottles. And then we got like, I want to say like 30 something different fizzy waters. Like it's the same fizzy water. Like I think it was like 6 different flavors, but it was just like 30 bottles of this. And I was just like, and they put 6 to a bag, and that was so horrible because the bags are so thin. I was scared that it was going to tear as I'm trying to carry everything into the kitchen. But yeah, it was just like I think I spent over 40 minutes getting the groceries into the kitchen, and then I took a break. Man, my body went, you need to work out. You need to start doing some exercise or something because this is pitiful. And it was. So it took 40 minutes because I was like just constantly taking a break. I was so exhausted, man. And then after that, I had to go and drive to the school and pick up the kids. And I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want an adult. I still don't want an adult, honestly. Yeah. Oh, okay. So going back to the whole DMV thing. So yes, I'm in my 30s, okay? I don't have a license. I grew up in a place where my family didn't let me drive. I went to not driving school. I had a driving class in high school, but they didn't do tests there at all. So couldn't just take my test in their car at all. And then like when I tried to drive, my dad didn't really let me. So it was just like, well, once I try and figure out how to drive by myself, I'll do it or something like that. Then I met my husband. We moved to we moved down here, and then he started teaching me how to drive. It was like shortly after we got married when I started feeling like, okay, I'm going to try and take this test. So, a bit of a backstory. We went to this one DMV. Once we got married in a different state. Okay, we live in the Carolinas. Okay, so at the time we lived in North Carolina. We got married in South Carolina. So I went to the DMV to basically change my last name and all that stuff. I got through easy, like getting my social security changed, talking to my birth certificate. Not birth certificate. I mean, like, I went through a lot of different processes, and I needed to get my license. How is it is easier to get your social security changed than your driver's license? I don't know. So I went there, and there was this lady who basically would not let me get my name changed. It felt I went like 3 separate times with more and more documents. It seems like she kept just adding it, and I never got to do I never got someone else. It was always this woman. Eventually I was able to, I think I caught someone else on a good day, luckily. She wasn't there when I went in the last time, thank goodness, and I got my name changed, finally, so I was able to change everything else. This was like months and months after I got married. And then began the process of trying to get my driver's license. So, unfortunately, I go back to that DMV. It's that lady. She's doing the test. Great. So, I take the test with her. I come in thinking I aced that thing. My husband was like pumping me up. He was like, "You got this. I know you do. You've been doing great. You got the 3-point turns, you got parallel park. You got this." Went in thinking I aced this test. She goes, "No, you failed." Why? Because I went 5 over the speed limit. Yeah. That, and according to her, I should be looking at all 3 mirrors. Okay, I was, but to her, I wasn't, because I wasn't turning my head, like, almost comically turning my head back and forth. Ugh. Okay, whatever, not a big deal. I cried like a baby. I go in for the second time. She fails me again. Why? 5 under the speed limit. Never mind the fact that there was a car in front of me, driving 5 under, and it was a 2-lane road. No. You were driving 5 under. Oh, and yeah, you were looking at your mirrors, but you weren't looking at them every 3 to 5 seconds. I told my husband this. Like, how am I supposed to look at everything 3 to 5 seconds? Sorry, I'm gonna have to mute that. He's all like, "You're not. You can't. It's impossible. Yeah, look at every other mirror. Look at the mirror every few seconds, but you're not supposed to look at every single mirror." And she told me every mirror every 3 to 5 seconds. At this point, I think she had a vendetta against me, and so did my husband. So we go in to a different DMV. We drove a little further. A few weeks later, then this guy's all like, "Why are you going to this DMV? Why not the other one?" And then he started just chewing me out about the fact that, hold on, I'm going to stop here for a moment. Alright, welcome back. Hopefully you guys had a sip of water or anything while that was going on. Alright, so, yeah, so the guy kind of just started, essentially blessing me out about what this lady had written down in my notes about this, and got on to me for going to a different DMV. Never mind that it was my husband's decision. And then, like, basically telling me exactly all the stuff that she did. I get to the car. We go outside to go to the car. And as we're getting in, he goes, "Oh, you drive a stick." Yeah, we don't really pass people who drive manuals around here. What? So I'm at this point already upset. I'm a bit of a crybaby. I'm very sensitive. So I was already really upset. I was already nervous as it was. And then as I get into the car, I'm already kind of crying because of how he just I wish my husband was there. He was in the waiting room. And then when they pull you in, it's almost like an area where you can't see all these people. So I really wish he was there so he could help me out, because I'm still pretty bad at not standing up for myself. I'm good at standing up for my kids, just not really great for myself. So I wish at the time he was around or be able to see this, because I'm pretty sure he would have said something to this guy. But yeah, we get into the car and I'm kind of just, I'm sniffling, I'm crying, and I just kind of wanted to take a moment to, essentially get over it, so that way I can focus onto driving. And the guy was all like, nope, we're done here. Whatever. Nope. Pull into parking, and didn't even have a chance to get out of the parking lot. And yeah, after that I decided I was not going to drive ever again, and it's been 10 plus years since then. I mean, I didn't mean like never again, but I was just like, at that point I was too shaky and nervous to get behind a wheel after that, because it felt like, well, it was, my confidence got completely and utterly destroyed. It still is. I'm still completely scared to drive. My husband says I'm doing great. I'm getting back to where I was back then, because like it took me a few days, but I'm able to do a lot of stuff with, like, he only had to tell me once to do certain things and I've picked up on it. But I'm still nervous, to be honest. I don't like driving at all. And I don't know if it's because it came from what happened, because I didn't have a hard enough time back then. It's just now it is. And then of course you add children into the equation, and thank goodness my kids are actually quiet while I'm trying to drive. I mean, any other time they're not, but I'm glad that they respect the fact that I need quiet and concentration while I'm driving. So, but I'm going to try and keep driving. What's going to happen is I want to, at least by the end of this year or in January, to try and get my license again. So I don't know how well that's going to work, since I drive a minivan now compared to the smaller car. Like what we drove was in the past was a Mazda. And even though driving a stick was terrifying at the time, it was interesting. I learned all about it. Stalled out a few times when learning, but I remember him teaching me. We went to this school parking lot, and it was just an hour of him teaching me how to work with the clutch, and I was constantly stalling out. It was just like, we're not teaching you how to drive until you learn how to do this part. And it took a while, and I got through it, and then it was after that, it was just like learning how to drive with that. And it was definitely a learning curve, not compared to just driving an automatic. I think I prefer the automatic, but I want to make sure I can, once I am able to get my license and I got my nerves settled with driving automatic, I think I want to relearn how to drive a stick again, just so that way I'm not out of luck if I ever have to drive another stick, It would probably be something I'm going to be cursing underneath my breath the whole time. But yeah, I'll probably be doing that instead. But yeah, that's my goal. And if you guys want to make fun of me, I guess go right ahead. But yeah, I am determined to get my license really soon. But yeah, let's see. I'm trying to think. I bought a couple of new pins, getting ready for the Christmas time. They're kind of cute. They're not gonna be here until December, depending on delivery. I think they're going to be made soon, hopefully. I ordered them like a week ago, so if I remember correctly, it takes like a week or two for them to get made, and then they get shipped out. So let's see. But yeah, I was just like, I wanted a couple of pins for my next project for Christmas. They're not going to really match my, excuse me, they're not going to match my, project, but they'll inspire and spark feelings of Christmassy, I guess. But first, we'll focus on Halloween, because we still have a week left. Less than a week, actually, since Halloween's on Sunday and today's Monday. Holy cow, I got a lot to do to get ready. We had a Christmas light contest in the area here. I didn't participate in it. I wanted to drive around and see the lights, but because my husband wasn't feeling well, and I didn't want to bother him, go, hey, get up, get in the car, I'll drive us around, because I would be nervous as it was already to do that. But I mean, like, I would do it just so that way we could see the light. I probably wouldn't be able to see the lights because I'd be too focused on going, okay, we got this, look here, we got this, you know. But what we're going to do is probably just look around the neighborhood sometime later. Hopefully some of the lights will still be on. But man, some of my neighbors really outdid themselves. So I know that one of my neighbors, they definitely watch some of the same YouTube stuff I do. Because I've been kind of binge watching Wicked Makers. And they have some of the stuff that they made. So it's like the tombstone stuff, the cauldron, you know, it was like really cool kind of thing. So I was like, okay, I wanted to do that too, but you know, that's going to be next year. I'm going to do the cauldron thing as well. I want to make a lot more stuff next year, but that will definitely be next year. We didn't really have a lot to do this year, and plus with my husband not being able to see, he won't let me climb a ladder. I wanted to put the lights up around the post around our door. Wasn't allowed to because we had to go on a ladder, and he wasn't feeling good, and he wouldn't let me go on the ladder at all. He thinks I'm going to fall and hit my head, which he's probably correct. I would. I'm that much of a klutz. I fall on thin air, so I actually have. I fall up the stairs a lot. Like, I'll just go up the stairs and I just trip over something. None of the kids' toys, but something. So it's just, you know, he won't let me do that because he thinks I'm going to hurt myself. Let's see. But yeah, so we got a little bit of a decorations going on. I'm going to drink some coffee. I'll be right back. I'm using my big one today. I need a coffee. I did not sleep very well the last few nights. Let's see. Oh, we had to get our, I think it's humidifier. We bought a humidifier a few years ago when our oldest, when she was constantly getting sick, basically very raspy sounding, and to help break up the mucus that was in her lungs a lot, we bought a humidifier for her room, and it helped also warm her room up too, because her room's always the coldest out of the bunch. It should be a lot better this year with the thermal curtains, but yeah, we brought out the humidifier because it is so dang dusty in this house. I tried to dust the entire house the other week, and oh my god. And then my poor daughter, my youngest, her eyes started swelling up. And I was freaking out because at the time, you know, my husband's eyes were just bright red. And it was just, she just said it didn't hurt. It was just very, you know, watery, and it just was bothering her instead. But yeah, I had a phone call from the school the next day because it was first her, I want to say it was her right eye that was doing that, and then it calmed down, and then it became the left eye. And the nurse was like, "Did you know that her eye is swollen?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But explaining all the whole thing. But yeah, it's definitely allergies because I let them play outside, and I'll talk more about that. But it's just like I let them play outside for a while, and yesterday, and when we came back inside. I think it was maybe like an hour later. Her eye was all swollen up again. I'm like, good lord. I can't take her outside. I can't keep her inside. What am I going to do? But it looks like it's calmed down again today. Hopefully, it won't start bothering her in school. Because I don't know. We're trying to we're thinking about getting another humidifier for the house. I'm just to do something because it is just so dang dusty in here. Like, I'm trying to dust now a lot more often. I'm trying to vacuum. It seems like no matter where I turn, there's dust. And I feel it too. Like, it feels like it's always in my throat. It's like, ugh. So, I guess I'm going to have to find another dust buddy or something like that to help me out with all this stuff. Let's see. I also got myself some new nail polish. I'm waiting on to use. It's not. I don't feel like they're Halloween colors, so I didn't want to do anything. Oh, speaking of, I don't know if you guys can see. Here we go. So I did this for my nails, and then I did the same thing, but let's see if my camera can catch it very well. I don't think it can. There we go. So yeah, see, did the same thing for my nails on this side as well. I love them. But they're already starting to chip because I've been kind of working a little hard on them. Whoops. But yeah, I think this is going to be my last Halloween type esting. And see, my nail kind of broke on this side. Had to do like a little emergency nail polish coat on it to keep it in place. I'm going to have to file that down, unfortunately. But it's okay. But that means that now I get to go into fall-esque colors again. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going a lot slower on this end. That's alright. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something. I wrote a list of things over here. So that way I can remember, because a lot has happened, but I don't want to go through the entire list too. So I'm just like trying to think of, other stuff that's going off on the top of my head as well. Oh, so here's the thing. Along with me learning how to drive, I'm trying to be more sociable. It's scary. I don't like that. This is why I don't like being an adult at times. So I have a couple of neighbors that have children, and one of them's really an awesome neighbor. I appreciate her a lot. And I've been trying to be more sociable. I've been going out and talking to my neighbors across the street, and I'm talking to my neighbor that's beside me, and it's just like I appreciate all of them, and at the same time as I'm forcing it, I feel like I'm too much in their face. I'm bothering them too much, and I hate that feeling, and it feels like I am. But then it's just like I'm so peopled out by the time we get back inside. Like yesterday, I enjoyed having a conversation. I had the kids out. I wanted the kids to go out for a little bit because they were driving me insane. I was like, okay, we'll just do this, and then we'll do games and everything, and I'll get back to diamond painting. I didn't get to do any diamond painting yesterday. My goal was to do this one and the next square right here yesterday, and then start down here today. But yeah, I didn't get to do any diamond painting at all. So let's see. let's see. Yeah, so I let them out for an hour-ish, and I was about to get them ready to go back in, and then my neighbor from beside me actually came home, and her kids came out, and I'm trying to corral my kids, like, don't start bothering them. And then of course, everyone started playing. So it was just like, I was glad that I was able to have another person to talk to. But when we got inside, I was just like, I need like a break. I need to relax. I need some to decompress. And my kids were not letting me decompress at all. My youngest actually threw a fit about the fact that she had to go inside, and we had to have a very heated discussion about the fact that she acts like that's not going to happen anymore. So, thankfully she calmed down and got over it. But we told her we want her to have fun, but we don't want her to throw fits in, because that's not very nice or fun for us as well. Especially since I took time out of the day to make sure that they had fun, and then additional time, because I think we were out there for almost 3 hours. And my oldest, she's old enough to be able to play by herself, and watch her brother and sister, but I don't trust most of the kids in this area. Because they were the same kids who are on my kids' bus when they used to take the bus, and they would bully them endlessly, and I did not want my oldest to be subjected to that if I just let her cruise up and down the street on her scooter and then meet up with those same kids who torture her and then have to deal with that again. So it's just like, I stay outside to make sure that they leave my kids alone. And plus, some of these kids' parents, oh my god, like my poor neighbor across the street, she was getting ready for the Halloween contest thing. She's putting in additional decorations, she's stressing out. And then this little kid, I was going to say brat, but that's not nice. This little kid comes barreling down the street and starts ripping decorations out of her yard. After my neighbor that's beside me got him to move out, and then they told him to leave, he goes asking his dad, who's just down the street, if he can come play with my neighbor's kids. And he says yes, and then he comes back down and then starts flinging things again. It's like, no, that's not cool. And I'm not going to discipline someone else's kid, but I am going to say, when you're doing a thing, like, I don't appreciate that. There was a time where I had my kids outside playing with sidewalk chalk, and a kid that was in my son's class came running over, and wanted to play. I'm like, okay. And he grabs the chalk and breaks it. I just bought this chalk, brand new sidewalk chalk. He comes in and just goes, boom, and breaks it in pieces and thinks it's hilarious. Oh, I was not happy. I told him to get it. I'm like, no, you gotta go. You gotta get out of here. But yeah, I have no problem with that. I know that to my kids that will make them upset, and have other kids probably be mad at them, but it's just like, no, I'm not having my house destroyed because some kid thinks it's funny. Excuse me, I'm going to take a short break, and you guys can have some drinks or something like that as well. Alright, sorry, man, I feel like I'm going to take, wrong pen. Sorry. See, I think I like this one a bit more, like how it rests in my hand, but I love the colors in this, and this doesn't hurt my hand at all. It's just, I like the feel of this one a lot more, but I do love this one too. It's so pretty. But yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like I go on to rants way too much. But yeah, it's not that, I want my kids to have fun and stuff, and I'm grateful that I have really nice neighbors whose kids aren't like that. So, and that they also, will chew their kid out and not go, not my little Johnny, like that, you know, because there are some people down the street. Because we went when my oldest was getting bullied. We had to have a discussion with one of the neighbors about their kid, and it was just like, oh well, I'll have a talk with them, and basically didn't believe us. But and that kid still is a menace to other kids. But she's in my daughter's class again this year, and luckily, according to my daughter, she hasn't bothered her. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed it stays like that. But yeah, it's just it's nice to have neighbors that aren't like that. Because I don't know what I would do. But we're slowly having the kids go back outside again, especially since it's not like melting sun anymore. I know last week I mentioned, when is it going to feel like fall? It has now finally feel like it is fall. And the funny thing is, not the neighbor across the street, but the one like diagonal from me, their tree is starting to change colors, and my tree started to lose its leaves. So some parts of the area are starting to look a little bit more fall-esque, and I love that. And I'm just so happy. And then my neighbor, she brought over apple cider, and it's really good. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to get more of this stuff. But I think that would probably be bad, because I'm trying to cut down on the sweets as it is, and we got Halloween coming up, and I've been eating all the Halloween candy that we bought. We got some for the trick-or-treaters too. It's just that it's just more candy than I should be probably eating. I'm sure my dentist will not be happy with me on that. Whoops. I've been trying to be good. I'm trying. It's just Halloween, you know? Let's see. And then, so one of the interesting things, I don't know if it's interesting. So I mentioned before that I haven't really told my family that I've been doing this. But my kids have let my mother-in-law know that I've been doing videos, and I've talked to her briefly about some of the stuff I've been doing. And so she started watching my videos. So hi. But let's see. But yeah, she's going to be retiring soon. Which my kids think that means constant sleepovers. That's not going to be the thing. They're not going to have constant sleepovers. Let the poor woman have some time to herself. But yeah, she's going to be retiring soon, and she has bought a bunch of diamond paintings already. She's gotten interested in all this, and she wants to come over and see my setup here. It's not much of a setup, it's just my table, and then I have like this big old arm thing that's really meant for monitors. But it was just like, it was kind of weird, like having someone else in my life that knows what I'm doing, I guess would be the thing. But yeah, it's kind of cool, because I have someone else, I guess, to talk about diamond painting about that's not online. I'm sure my friends online are getting tired of me just talking about, oh, I bought this and this painting, oh, I bought this kind of thing, you know. But I was thinking maybe I should buy her a pen if she does like this, like maybe get her a nice little pen, maybe from this place. I don't know. But I think my husband's like, no, don't you dare buy more stuff. But it's like, but I gotta show her everything. Like, get her nice, maybe one of these, you know, or... But my husband's just like, no, you calm down. But it's just kind of cool, and you know, I like to have someone to talk to about. She might kind of gag at the amount of diamond paintings I have stocked away on it's like on the other side of the wall over here. I have like, I don't think it's that much, but apparently it is a lot. It's 18 additional paintings. I have like, what, 3-4 completed from from Diamond Art Club plus Oraloa. And then I have 18 more plus, you know, the one I'm working on. I don't feel like it's that bad. I'm like, I show my husband, look at this person. They have it stockpiled. And he goes, yeah, that's going to be you one day. We got to curb that. It's already bad enough with my nail polish, so. It could be worse. I could be buying a lot of shoes and makeup, and also, not to diss those people, but I meant like along with everything else. So it could be a lot worse. It's just nail polish and diamond paintings. That's all it is, with the occasional cross stitch stuff. Speaking of cross stitch, oh, I've just remembered this. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I just remembered. I started to reorganize my cross stitch thread. So all my embroidery floss, I got in a stockpile from my grandma. Plus I bought my own thread. Like, I was trying to have a whole collection, and I'm changing up how I'm storing my thread. So I bought like these stitch bows and everything. And then after that, I found out that the inserts for the binder inserts are hard to find, which is a pain. But I was able to get 2 of them. I don't know when I'm ever able to get another couple, but you know, I'll keep an eye out on them in the future. But I'm changing it where I'm just putting all the floss onto the stitch bows and then putting it into the binder, and then that way it's easier for me to pull everything out instead of like having it like in all these big containers instead. I still need to finish one of my projects. I don't know. Am I even able to show you guys my project? Let's see. Hold on. I don't know if you guys are even interested in this. I'm not able to pull. Let's see. Alright, so this is something I've been working on for a while. I've been like on and off for a few years. It's a matching thing to one of my other cross stitch patterns that I've been working on. It's basically a fall fairy. Put that on the side so I don't ruin it. But I haven't touched it in a few months. I need to go back to it. Well, that's a lie. I've touched it. It's just I haven't really worked too much on it. But I need to get back into it because I really miss doing it. And I want to get it done because I have a winter type fairy, and that's going to be the fall fairy. And I saw it was from Golden Dimensions, but I saw on Heaven and Earth's Designs that the same person who's done those two also made, you know, a summer and a spring one. And I'm like, okay, now I gotta finish this one so I can make the other two, and that way I have all the seasons, because I'm about fairies. I love fairies. So what color? Oh yeah, I was doing this one. But yeah, it's just that I'm trying to get a lot of my projects done and get it out of the way, because I want to get my mermaid, not my mermaid, it's an octopus, that Dark Queen of the Seas, and I'm telling myself I'm not going to touch that until I finish that project. And then, but the thing that's going to happen is I heard that there was going to be another stitch along. I could be wrong. That there might be another one coming up next year for the companion piece for the Dark Queen of the Seas, and if that's true, I'm going to be working on that instead, because I want to participate in that. But it's just, oh my goodness, these lines are not straight. I was not paying attention. Okay, they'll straighten themselves out. I just have to tell myself I gotta believe. But yeah, it's just trying to get some of the stuff done. I know that a lot of people have gotten back into cross stitching lately, and I don't know if that's why I stopped doing it as much, because I didn't want to look like I'm jumping on the board wagon, because I've always loved doing cross stitch. I really like doing this as well, but it's just like, it feels weird if I show you both of my interests, and I found out I can't really do well when I'm talking cross stitching. Like I can't do like a whip and chat very well cross stitching because I'm too busy counting in my head. I'm, as you can see, I'm a little unorthodox in my cross stitching a bit. So I like to stay in one color and just go all around doing that one color, and then going to the next color. So to me it makes it feel a bit more filled in, I guess. I don't know. But then eventually I get tired of doing that and I start filling in page by page instead. And I've never done oh God, I forgot about that pattern, what that app is called, Pattern Keeper, I think, or something like that. All my patterns are on paper. That's all I learned, and I'm kind of scared about trying to learn something. I feel like an old person when I say that. I'm gonna have to eventually do that. I have a tablet, but I don't know how well that would work. Like storing all my patterns and stuff, or how I'm going to transfer, because all the patterns I have, like, that are online stuff, like, it's all on my computer, so I'm going to have to figure out how to get that to my tablet and then make that download that app and all that stuff. And to me it's like more work. I don't want to do that. Eventually I will. But at the time, I'm just like, I don't want to do that. Especially when I have all this to do, and I have so many other projects. So it's just like, well, I'll just stay with the paper for now and just finish that up. I might do that. I need to invest in a good light that'll attach to that one, to be honest. Because the living room, if I sit in the living room, it has light, but it's not like nice bright light. And I need a nice bright light when I'm stitching. I can do it in this room whenever it gets dark because I have a nice little light over here. But you know, I would like to sit with the kids while they're watching their own thing or reading and I'm stitching with them, instead of like in this little tiny room with my back turned on them, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think I'm going to stop it right here though, because I think it's getting close to, not dinner time, but lunchtime, and I'm going to have to probably finish editing and everything, because I don't know if I'm going to get this done today or put it out for tomorrow. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a really good day, or try to at least. Please like and subscribe to this video if you want to. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!